Good morning or good afternoon, just making sure everything's in focus, and I can't tell with my natural eyes, so I have to put my glasses on to see. I'm on a cruise ship, so that's why the lighting is probably not ideal. I'm not using a filter or any special lighting, I'm just using bathroom lighting. But so I thought I would get ready in the morning or afternoon, wherever you're watching, and do a more girl chat, since that seems to be what everyone is enjoying, where we just kind of girls hanging out and talk about things. Ooh, hang on, I'll be right back. I forgot never mind, I have a hair clip right here. I always clip one on my nightgown. But today I thought, just pretending we're girls hanging out together, I wanted to share my skincare routine that I'm doing this morning, and I wanted to share how at 53 years old I get the best sleep ever without taking, you know, medications, things like that. And it's something new that I've been doing, and oh my gosh, you guys, if you struggle with sleep, if you're like me, now I'm gonna share my skincare here in a second, but I want to just mention this really quick, and if you don't care about sleep and you just want to see my morning skincare, just fast forward. Now, this is before I discovered this new way to sleep that is like absolutely life-changing, and I'm not exaggerating. But if you're like me, even though my body's exhausted, my brain will like stay awake, and I'll be like, what am I gonna wear tomorrow?
What am I gonna eat tomorrow? Did OJ really do it? I think I'll exercise earlier tomorrow than later. I wonder what the name of that movie was that I watched 30 years ago.
And then I might even get out of bed, get my phone, and Google it, because my brain just will not quiet down. And my body's like, help! Let's go to sleep, but my brain is just doing something else. I don't know, I think I've been like this all my life. So anyway, so let me just start my skincare, and then I want to share with you what I'm doing for sleep. And I'm just putting some salt in water. Since I'm on a cruise ship, I'm just using the water bottles, and I always like to put a little bit of either pink salt or Celtic salt, something like that, in my water, because I am eating a super low carb way of eating, no sugar and very minimal carbs. I'm not doing carnivore, I'm doing keto, but it's more like, it's healthy keto. I'm not eating like plates of bacon, but it's more like ketovore because it's mostly animal based, but I still throw in some super low carb vegetables or berries every now and then. I already had my coffee, and really quickly, if you cruise, let me just show you, I decided to start bringing this thermos that's supposed to keep things hot for 24 hours, and my coffee cup, this was their coffee cup. Now you guys, I hate to brag, but I have like the world's best husband. He is so good to me. Now, I do a lot of things for him. I hope he's happy. I'm pretty sure he is, but every morning he gets my coffee for me. And if I'm in bed on a cruise, because I don't want to order room service, because I don't really enjoy the cruise ship coffee, there's a Starbucks on this ship, and so I just like black coffee in the morning and an Americano. And so my husband will get up out of bed, go downstairs, wait in the line, and he will get my coffee and bring it back to me in bed every single day on a cruise. He's done this forever. Now when we're at home, you know, he'll still get me coffee, but I will serve him, of course, when we're at home. But that's the one thing, because he knows I'm like, well, I'm not leaving the room till I have on sunscreen and put a hat on. So he's like, look, to prevent you from going through all of that, he is just the absolute best. He just goes and gets my coffee, brings it back. We'll joke about it. I was telling my family about it once, and my uncle's like, wait a minute, what? He goes and gets you the coffee and he brings it to, he's serving you every morning? And I'm like, yeah. Like, what's wrong with that? I have the best husband. Like I said, I do serve him as well, and that's like the beauty in our marriage, that we're both always trying to keep each other happy. So, you know, he doesn't make me do all the serving, and I don't make him do all the serving. We both just gladly do it for each other, and he knows how much I really appreciate it. But of course, he also makes fun of me, because coffee is the one thing, are you guys like me? Coffee is the one thing in the morning. I absolutely have to have coffee like right away in the morning. Just using my Aven Extremely Gentle Cleanser. This is just a little one I brought for travel. One of my favorite cleansers for the morning, mostly. It's super gentle. It just feels like you're putting lotion on your skin, but it keeps your skin super hydrated and soft. So if you have dry skin, don't use like a gel cleanser. Just use like a nice creamy cleanser, and this one is just super gentle, but it really does a good job cleaning my skin. Does anyone else have a coffee addiction like me? Now, I only have 1 or 2 at the most cups of coffee a day. I don't drink a ton of coffee, but I still want my cup of coffee every single morning. So that my husband didn't have to go down and get the coffee this morning, last night we got the 2 large Americanos and put it in this. By this morning it was super duper hot and we were able to have coffee together without him leaving. Let me just rinse this off. I'm going to share with you my next step and then we'll talk about sleep. All right, I'm just going to use a little clean washcloth. Our room attendant, the gentleman that's tending to our room, he's sorry, there's all kinds of banging. I guess they're cleaning or something, somebody's room upstairs. But so the guy that's doing our room, he like is looking at me like I'm crazy because I told him we're so easygoing. I'm not going to bug you. I'm probably not even going to have you do our room most days because I don't know. First of all, they work so hard on a cruise ship, and I always feel bad. Like, that could be me, you know, that could be me doing this job, cleaning people's rooms. And I really think that people that are willing to do that for other people and for a job, I mean, I really give them a lot of credit for that. Because I don't know, I love to clean. I don't even mind cleaning our bathroom, but I want to clean my own bathroom, not, you know, strangers. So I always try to cut them some slack, and then of course we tip them well. He's looking at me like I'm crazy because I'm like, no, you don't even have to do our room today. I'll just take a few extra towels and that's it. And he's like, well, don't you want us to do your bed? Don't you want us to clean this? I'm like, no, don't worry about it. I got it. Take the day off. And sometimes, you know, I don't bug him for 3, 4, 5 days. So I don't know. I just get my towels. It's like, it's nice to be on a little vacation and have these little extra nice things that we don't usually do at home. But I would never just like throw my towels on the floor. I've seen videos. Have you guys seen those videos where people just trash their cruise ship room because they're like, well, someone's gonna clean it? But I just think that's horrible. I think it's disrespectful. And I don't know, it just kind of says a lot about, I don't know, it just says a lot about how we are. I mean, yeah, definitely have them clean your room and do all of that. That's what they're here for. Obviously, that's their job. But for me, since we do cruise often, I don't like to have them deal with all of that. I just like giving them at least a little break when it comes to us. For my next step, I'm not putting toner, essence, nothing like that on my face because I'm gonna go in with a growth factor serum, but I'm not using this one. This is my all-time favorite growth factor serum ever, but this is human-derived growth factors. There's no pieces of a human in here. It's just the protein molecules, but this is like, if you know growth factors, to me, this is like the original, my ride or die, the best of the best, the GOAT, whatever they call it, greatest of all time. This is by SkinMedica, their TNS, and I think this is on a big sale right now. If so, I'll link it down below. This is something I've used for so many years, and literally within 2 weeks, I had amazing anti-aging results. Now, I'm not like trying to look 20 years old. I'm 53. I want my skin to look healthy at 53. But I will say, oh my gosh, after 2 weeks, I did a double take, looked in the mirror, and I could not believe my eyes. And just as a test, I had stopped using this growth factor and my other ones, because I like to periodically see like what my skin does. And oh my gosh, my skin just, I feel like it's been looking a little more saggy right here. The texture on my skin, not like deep pores, but it just doesn't look as tight and firm. And so every single time I prove to myself that yes, this is worth the investment. And of course I only buy it when it's on a big sale, but this is just the best ever. I get it, it's not in a lot of people's budget. There's other super inexpensive non-human fibroblast growth factor serums on the market, like The Ordinary has a super cheap one. I didn't love it. It's more, to me, it's made out of plants, so we're not plants, but to me it's really good for hydration. So, but as far as firming, lifting, all of that, my TNS actually does make a huge difference. But I wanted to share you this one that I just started using again. This is just kind of like a travel size, but this is a pricey product too. This is the Allies of Skin Multi-Peptide Growth Factor Advanced Lifting Serum. This is like a synthetically derived type of product with peptides, loads of peptides in this. This is fabulous, and I didn't really give it a fair chance when I bought the big bottle. I don't know, when it first came out a year ago, 6 months ago. This works out perfectly for travel, but I just use one. I'll do like 1.5 little pumps of this. If you are creeped out by using a real human fibroblast growth factor serum, I totally get it. And oh, and by the way, this is like from the makers of Botox. This product from what I read, was used like many years ago. It wasn't really for skincare, for beauty stuff. It was, I think, for burn victims to help heal burns, because what it does is it helps our cells to kind of repair themselves. I don't know if you can tell, like I'm super puffy from, you know, the food and stuff that we're eating on the cruise ship. Now I'm still eating super low carb, mostly just meat, you know, salads, stuff like that. But they still, I think they put too much table salt, the crappy salt, and I notice every time I'm on a cruise my eyes are like super puffy. But just with one use, let me just back up so you can tell, my skin feels super hydrated. It just doesn't feel dried out, and that's why I use my my Aven in the morning too. Sometimes when I'm on a cruise I feel like my skin just instantly changes. It'll either break out or it just kind of dries out. So that's why it looked really greasy at first, because I piled on a heavy moisturizer last night. So 100% people said they got instant hydration, which I totally agree with that. 89% after 1 month, 89% of the people said that they saw firmer, plumper skin. So of course, with any skincare product, with continued use, you're gonna see better results. And in 6 weeks, 80% of the people that used it agreed their skin did look younger. 97% of people said they experienced a visible reduction in eye area wrinkles. Did I concentrate it on my eyes? Let's put like an 1/8 of a pump. Boop. Let's put a little more around the eye area. I think I forgot to do that. So we want to make sure we have a reduction in our fine lines and wrinkles around the eyes. Now, of course, you don't have to go out and buy either of these. I'm just kind of having girl talk and pretending you're hanging out here with me, and I'm just sharing what I'm actually using. Could you still have great skincare without ever buying something like this? Sure, you could. Just again, use good skincare that is in your budget, put on your sunscreen and call it a day. But for me, for my skin, I do notice a massive difference when I use some sort of a growth factor serum in my skin. And when I stop using it, that's when I really notice the difference. Sometimes when we keep using skincare all the time, you're just like, I don't really know if it's working. But then as soon as I stop, like within a couple weeks, I instantly start seeing changes in my skin. That's kind of the crappy thing, especially with expensive skincare, is that sometimes people think they're just gonna buy one bottle of it and be done for the rest of their life. And unfortunately, I have to keep buying this. You know, this lasts me a very long time, because I literally use half a pump. And I only buy these on sale. But it's like exercise. We can't just go to the gym for 1 month and then think that our bodies are gonna stay, you know, healthy, toned, firm forever. So it's pretty much the same thing with skincare. But again, you do not have to go buy these. I'm just sharing with you what I'm using. And if it's in your budget, I will link my link and discount code. I'm pretty sure these are both on a good sale right now. I'll link that down below. So while I do the rest of my skincare, I'm not going to go in detail on them because I have so many other videos. I'm just using what I pretty much use all the time. I will pop another very detailed skincare video up here if you want to know like the easiest 1-step routine or 2-step routine or 3-step routine. And if you want to know how to layer skincare products if you have like 10 different products, or how to do your morning routine or PM routine. I have the most detailed skincare routine that pretty much will answer every single question that you might have. And I'll pop it up here if you want something that's super duper easy, and if you want more details on the skincare products that I personally love. So while I put on my Medigate, my Oxy-R peptide serum, this is great if you have melasma, hyperpigmentation, dark spots. This is something I use every single day, morning and night, and I only do like 6 drops total. So I use this sparingly, and that's all you need because this is super concentrated to help get rid of spots. I'm gonna share with you about sleep. So if you're like me and you know you're having sleep issues, which I don't anymore, but if you're just, your body's tired but your brain just won't silence itself, I wanted to share with you what I started doing, which has seriously changed my life, changed my husband's life, changed my brother's life. Like everyone I've shared this with, they're just mind blown. I'm using this all natural sleep supplement in addition to my magnesium that I normally take. If you take magnesium, I don't have the bottle here with me, I just brought some in this little baggie, but I'll pop up on the screen here or here which one I take. Also, really quickly, warning, buyer beware, whatever you want to call it. I do not buy any of my supplements and skincare either off of Amazon right now. I've been hearing a lot of skincare companies and supplement companies. For example, say there's a high-end supplement brand that's very popular, that's a clean supplement brand that, you know, everybody loves. Well, companies from whatever countries or wherever, they are trying to dupe them, and they're putting them in the bottles look the same, everything looks identical, and what's happening is you're thinking, well, it says it's being sold by this brand, so it's safe, which that's how it used to be on Amazon. But apparently the people that work there at Amazon, they're getting these bottles in, they're not realizing it came from some other company versus from the actual real company. And so they read it and say, oh, this is such and such supplement, and they just throw it in the bin for that brand. Well, then what happens is when you buy it, you are receiving a fake supplement. I think they did the studies on it and saw that it had like sawdust in them or something that was not what a supplement should be. But you're thinking it's the legit thing because you're like, no, it's not a third party. I bought it from that brand through Amazon. But somehow Amazon is throwing fakes into those bins. So a lot of companies, now again, this is just, you know, what I'm hearing companies say. I can't prove this, obviously, but I don't care if companies start telling people don't buy their supplements, even from them off of Amazon. I don't mess around when it comes to that. So apparently people are just receiving fake products. I'm just putting on my all-time favorite vitamin C serum. So same thing is happening with skincare. You know, for example, you might think that you're buying this from Medik8 and you're like, oh no, it's safe, it's from that brand, and Amazon has allowed the dupes to somehow accidentally get put into the bin for the actual real product. And so you don't know what you're putting on your skin. But you know what? Using this growth factor serum before my vitamin C, I notice it tries to pill up a little bit. My Skin Medica TNS doesn't do that. I don't know if you can see. It's not bad, but it's just a little bit of pilling. So I probably, if I was gonna use this, I won't put my vitamin C over. Now, I've never had anything pill up when I use this vitamin C, but I realize it's probably because of this. And maybe I put too much on since I added extra around my eyes. But when I just use these two right after I clean my face, there's no pilling whatsoever. And you know, sometimes that's what happens when you mix different brands, but that's okay. I don't mind. It's not intense pilling like some other products, you know, that will drive you bonkers. It's just like a few little pieces, I feel. And it's mainly from around my eyes, so I probably put way too much on. So anyways, that's my warning. What I've heard, a lot of supplement companies are just saying, do not buy their products off of Amazon. So this magnesium, I'll pop it up here or here. This is the one that I take. It's a magnesium bisglycinate, which the body can absorb, and it's really good to help calm the body. It's good for sleep. I take 3 of these, by the way. The serving size on the bottle says 1, but it's only like 100 and some milligrams, and I think the dosage for women, I'll pop it up on the screen, I don't know, it's around 300, 350 milligrams. And then for men, it's like 400 something, but I'll pop it up because I can't remember the dosage. But anyways, I take 3 of these, I don't know, a few hours before bed. I think this is on a big sale right now too, but this doesn't have a bunch of fillers, nothing like that in it. There's a lot of supplements, you gotta look at the other ingredients, and they have like all these different fillers. And it's like, I do not want those. So I always try to get really good quality supplements that a lot of holistic doctors, naturopathic doctors, that they recommend. So this is the best magnesium glycinate for me, in my opinion. Oh, and the other thing with magnesium, you have to be cautious. Like, this is one I used to love. This is by the brand Symbiotica. This is their magnesium L-threonate. This is also good for the body, but this can cross the blood-brain barrier, so it's really good for brain health as well. I used to take this one like during the day, and I'd take my magnesium glycinate at night, but since I eat very low carbs now, this has 5 carbs in it. So if you're on a low carb diet, or if you're trying to lose weight, check your supplements, especially gummies. I wouldn't take gummies. Gummies are just such a waste, in my opinion. But check your supplements, because if you're trying to lose weight and you're like, darn it, why is my weight loss stalled? You might be having way too much sugar, way too many carbs, and it could be coming from your supplements. So be cautious with that. So I don't use that one anymore. So anyways, I will link down below. Everything I link, these are authorized retailers for the supplements that I'm talking about. And if you are like, oh, well, I'll just run into Walmart or Walgreens or whatever and buy whatever magnesium, there's different types of magnesium, so that's something you want to be cautious of. For example, if you're constipated all the time, you might like magnesium citrate, and just make sure you have a bathroom nearby if you've never taken it. So, because it can really make a difference. But for me, that doesn't help me with sleep. Magnesium oxide, I don't care for it at all. I really don't think the body can absorb it the way other ones. That's why I take magnesium bisglycinate or just magnesium glycinate. For me, the results I have are just amazing with that, but I haven't even gotten to the amazing product I'm using for sleep yet. But so if you are noticing leg cramps in the middle of the night, you might be low on magnesium. And there's just a few different things that might make a difference if you're low on magnesium. Oh, I'm just using my Versed. This is my brightening eye gel. It's like a cooling, it's got this little cooling ball on it, and since my eyes are puffy, I'm just kind of doing a little massage. It's nice for puffiness, especially, you know, if you're eating cruise ship salty food. Not proper salt, I'm sure they don't use quality salt, but you know, it is what it is. And I'm just kind of doing like a little eye massage with it. It just feels nice with this little cooling tip. I'm gonna make me a little protein shake really quick here, but I will share this at the very end of the video so I don't lose my train of thought since I'm talking about sleep. All right, so remember how I said my body will be tired, but my brain just likes to stay awake at night? This has completely changed the game for me. This is the Symbiotica Sleep Liposomal Delivery Complex Sleep Formula. I saw that this had amazing reviews. And by the way, I think I have a 20 or 30% off discount code that I found for this. So I will link this down below on where you can buy this. But my goodness, you guys, I kind of thought maybe it was gimmicky. I was like, there's no way it's going to give you like the best sleep of your life. This not only works on me, works on my husband, works on my brother. It is life-changing. On their website, it says it may help calm a nervous system, promote relaxation, and encourages deep, restful sleep. And instead of having to take like 6 different supplements for sleep or a bunch of different prescription medications for sleep, I don't take any prescriptions for sleep. To me, this feels like I'm taking a prescription. This helps decrease that activity in the central nervous system. So if you're like me and you're staying awake, like thinking of things and just your body just hasn't chilled out yet, you guys, this has just worked miracles for me and my husband. Like I said, we kind of thought like it was gimmicky. We were like, it probably won't work. And you know, sometimes with supplements, you have to take them for months and months and months to see results. And then you go through a lot of money to see if something works. But with this, the very first time I took it, same thing with my husband, because we're not easily wowed, especially when things are gimmicky. We'll know real quickly if things are gimmicky. But this just put us in the deepest sleep, like such a deep sleep where I think I didn't even get up to go to the bathroom for like 7 hours. I mean, I was in such a deep, deep sleep. But when I woke up after sleeping, I normally sleep like, I don't know, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours. The longer, the better for me. But when I woke up, there was no like grogginess or any after effects. But it also has different ingredients in it. It has L-theanine in it, which I know a lot of people take that separately for sleep. And it says what L-theanine is. It's just an amino acid that's linked to nerve impulses in the brain, so it can kind of help relax that. It also has the L-tryptophan in it, what's in turkey, so you know when you're super tired after your Thanksgiving meal. So they say this can help with insomnia, sleep apnea, depression, anxiety, facial pain, and grinding teeth while you sleep. I am the biggest teeth grinder because of, you know, my neck issues. And I do notice that when I take this at night, I don't wake up with that jaw pain. So maybe it is preventing me from grinding my teeth. Every time I go to the dentist, they're like, you're not wearing your night guard. And you could see like where I'm grinding on my teeth. Maybe, I don't know, I'm wondering because I don't have that jaw pain after taking it. Maybe that's what's helping it. By the way, this only has 1 carb in it for the serving. It tastes like it's sweet, but it's got the monk fruit sweetener in it, the natural one. It's not like aspartame, which can be much more harmful. But this, it's got like a cacao. It's got natural cacao bean, like cocoa in it. I'm just gonna waste it so I can show you what to do because I'm not gonna use it now because I don't wanna get relaxed since it's daytime. You shake it up really well, and the serving is 12 pumps per person. And I squirt it in my mouth, and sometimes I'll like get it under my tongue, and you can swallow it right away, but I like to leave it in my mouth, I don't know, like 10, 20, 30 seconds before I swallow it so it can start absorbing. But you just squirt just like this and do it in your mouth. That was like 4 pumps. I don't want to waste it. I've tried it with like 7 or 8 pumps and I didn't get as deep of a sleep. So I guess they've tested it and they know that 12 pumps is good. Now I've read that some people give it to their children. They give them 1 or 2 pumps, you know, so I don't know, but don't do anything that I share, of course, until you talk to your doctor, because I don't know what your health issues are, things like that. Just talk to a doctor that you trust to make sure that even supplements, you want to make sure that the supplements you take maybe don't interact with medications you take, things like that. So I'm just sharing what works for me, but I always caution people to not just jump and do what I do. Always talk to somebody that you trust with your health first. I will link it down below and with a discount that I found online. And if you do try this, leave me a comment and let me know. This has honestly been so life-changing for me and my husband. I bought like 10 of these because it was on such a good sale. It's that good, and I'm afraid they'll sell out, because I notice it does sell out often, and so I was like, I don't want to be without this. Now, I don't take it every night. I'm sure they don't recommend that you take something like this every single night anyways, because even though it's a supplement, I don't want to just feel like I need it to sleep. It's not going to knock you out. You're not going to feel like somebody drugged you or whatever, where you can't function, where you can't find your way to the bathroom at night. It's none of that. It just calms the body down in a way that, you know, like if you had like a really good deep massage and your body finally is just like relaxed. It is so impressive. I cannot tell you enough. Even my husband, when he takes it, he's like, oh my gosh, I had the best sleep of my life. Like deep sleep, deep sleep. So, and my brother, he's already bought a couple of them because he loves it so much as well. A lot of women have left me comments saying that they take like Ambien and different sleep medications and things like that, and you know, they want to get off of them. To me, I don't like taking anything like that for sleep when I can just do something like this. This also has a little bit of melatonin in it too. I know some people try to get like the highest dose of melatonin, and if our body doesn't need that much, it can actually give us a reverse reaction. It's the way that they've properly combined all these different ingredients, that they work together, and it really just, for me and my husband and my brother, it just really makes a huge difference in getting our bodies into that deep, calm state of relaxation. All right, I'm skipping a moisturizer today because I'm going to use a moisturizing sunscreen. Let me just look in the mirror. I'm just putting a smidge of my Dermalect, my lash growth serum. At night, I put like a big old glob of it on my eyelashes, but during the day, I just put a little on and then just kind of rub it in with my finger, because it's got like a light milky tint to it. So if I put a glob of it on, I don't want it to dry down in a big glob on my lashes. But this is the best lash serum if you're looking for a healthy lash serum. And this one has no prostaglandins, but it's got a lot of really impressive ingredients that makes a huge difference helping my lashes to grow really long and healthy. And I skipped my moisturizer because I'm using my Dermatology, my universal moisturizing sunscreen, tinted. It's got this light little tint to it. A lot of people, my mom especially, like to use this for their foundation because it gives just the lightest tint. It kind of just slightly blurs imperfections. I don't feel like it gives, you know, loads of coverage, but it is like super lightweight, and it does, you know, it just kind of helps even out the complexion a little bit and makes it look a little bit nicer. But for me, I do like to wear foundation just because I have, you know, some healing pimples, my melasma here and here. I've got this little age spot and a red spot here making it look bigger, but this little age spot right here that's trying to get darker. I will say I don't get periods anymore because I am now officially in menopause. It's been 1 year, so now I can say I'm in menopause, but I still always know when my hormones, you know, when it would have been that time of the month, around that time, because I still will get my breakouts around my jawline and neck. And I do have a supplement that I take that will completely prevent acne on me, but I have stopped taking it for like a month because I just like to test it out to see if, you know, my body can go without it. And then I ended up getting a few pimples here around my jawline, and I had one hot flash. I have not had hot flashes since I changed my diet and went ketovore, kind of more animal based and super low carb and no sugar at all. And that was huge in getting rid of my hot flashes. Not to mention losing weight. So I'm thankful that I'm losing weight again finally by going back on keto, but it completely has stopped all my hot flashes. I don't have any menopause symptoms since doing that. It's also gotten rid of keratosis pilaris. I mean, just eating like this has really changed my body. And I did this 7-8 years ago, but I stopped because we were traveling so much. But I did get one hot flash last week around the same time I started breaking out here. So I knew like, oh, that's when my hormones are doing this wacky stuff. And so I went ahead and started taking my acne supplement again, and within like 3 days the pimples were like whoop, disappeared, and of course they left little red marks on my face that I now need to heal. But I noticed that this little dark spot started coming out, so that's probably just a hormone related issue. So as you can see, I put a ton of this on. After I stop filming, I'll probably put a few more pumps. I think I do like 9 pumps of this. And if you are like many people who you're like, I do not have time to do those skincare steps, you don't have to. Do what's best for you. But if you just want a one and done skincare routine after you splash your face with water in the morning or use your cleanser, just use this and nothing else. That not only is this a sunscreen, but it's a moisturizer, but it's also your antioxidant serum, everything all in one. And you literally could have a one and done skincare routine if you're just super short on time, or if you're lazy and you hate skincare but you still want to protect your skin. This is like my favorite one and done skincare product. Love, love, love this. Now I'll pop up the footage of more information on how I make this protein shake and how yummy it is and what's in it. I typically eat this at night like a dessert, but I'm gonna make it now really quickly. This will be 26 grams of protein for the day, and it's only 3 carbs per serving, so I do 2 servings, so I'll get my 6 carbs. And you guys, this is the best. If you're trying to increase your protein, which everyone's saying, get more protein, get more protein. This is the best protein powder ever. I buy this in bulk, all different flavors. This is the salted caramel, my favorite, and then the chocolate. If you want to feel like you're literally having a milkshake, not eating some nasty protein powder that upsets your stomach, this is holy grail. It is so amazing. I don't recommend anything that I won't actually personally use, and I just bought 6 more bags of it. That's how much I love it. I also bought, they have a savory one that you can put in like stews. I haven't opened that one yet, so I have no idea if it's good, but I don't like the vanilla one. I only like the salted caramel and the chocolate, and then they're unflavored, and you can put these in your coffee. It's a collagen powder also. So I bring my NutriBullet with me. This is this like mini blender. You guys, this is game changer. I paid like $100 and some bucks for this, and now it's like $40. I can't believe it's so inexpensive, but this is so good, and this is a powerful blender. But if you overfill this thing won't blend properly, and so you just mess it up. So you got to know the right amount. I just put some ice in here, and I just fill the ice up to about here, and then I'll just use my water that I salted. Then I just put a little bit of water in here, and then I'll put 2 scoops of my protein powder. Sometimes I just do 1, but 1 scoop is 13 grams of protein, 2 is 26. This is super low carb. There's no sugars in it. It's the monk fruit sweetener. It's very clean. It's only got like 6 ingredients. If it's a bone broth, which you would be like a caramel bone broth, you guys, if you didn't know what this was and I just made this for you, you would literally think you went to the ice cream parlor and ordered a salted caramel milkshake. It is that delicious. Or the chocolate one. Last night I was drinking the chocolate one, and I was thinking, I would pay money at an ice cream parlor to drink this. That's how amazing it is. I have a very sensitive stomach, especially with a lot of those other protein powders. Oh my gosh, they would cause bloating, stomach ache. But this one is so, so good. I need a little more water. I never ever get any stomach issues. And this is just a great way, especially if you're a woman, to increase your protein, to increase collagen, and get all of those good ingredients. So that's almost too full, so don't fill it any more than this. And then I just put this little lid on it, the blender lid, and it comes with a separate lid. If you don't want to hold this little lid, you can swap it out. But I'm just going to blend it. All you do is you twist it, and then the light comes on, and then I turn it upside down, and then I push the button. Okay, and I take it off. Okay, and then I'm gonna take it off and show you. And I now have a thick, creamy, it's got like all the blended ice in it. I don't blend it all the way because I like the little itty bitty shavings of ice in here. But in this blender, I mean, since it's this stainless steel, it'll stay cold for hours and hours and hours. All right, so then I just put the other lid on it, and then let's put the straw back in it. Oh, I got it all over my hand. And then there you go. You have 26 grams of protein. Now, you can make it with milk, almond milk, cream, whatever you want, if you want it like even creamier. But honestly, just mixing it with some water and ice for me, because you truly think you're drinking like a super high calorie, super fattening, bad for you type yummy milkshake. But this is my protein powder. Now, just so you know, I never skip breakfast and just have a protein drink, but things are different when you're on a cruise ship. I'm gonna go put on a little bit of makeup, do my hair maybe, or just maybe put on a baseball hat. I'm not sure what we're really gonna do today. It's a C day, so we're just kind of relaxing. And if you wanted to see that other video, step by step, every skincare question that you would possibly ever have, step by step of how to layer your skincare, what skincare products you actually need in your skincare routine. I also not only share what I like to use, but I share super affordable skincare products so that hopefully it can help everyone's budget. If you want to see that super detailed skincare routine, I will make sure I pop it up here if you want to click on it and check it out. This was just the real me hanging out with you all, and I hope you have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you in the next video.